Before we start today's episode, I want to give a few words to one of our sponsors, which is Stutterbox Productions. If you're looking for a solid team of people to get you started with your next gig or event, this is the company to contact. They're actually bringing back Field Trip in September 16th and 17th, and they have plenty more shows lined up. If you guys have not been to Field Trip, that is a blast. Legendary. One of the top shows to go to in Iowa. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Stutterbox Productions Facebook page for all of your needs today. If you want to plan your next video or project, Guerrilla Graphics Design Agency can provide you with a clean and fresh looking product. Having personally collaborated with this company several times myself, I can say from experience they know their shit, and working with them has been worth every penny. Head over to GuerrillaGraphics.com for all of your design needs today. That's GuerrillaGraphics.com. Alright, what's up everybody? This is McAllister Hours. I'm your host, so it's called McAllister. We're taking it a step back today. Doing a little solo episode. Duke, get the fuck Duke. Get out of there. It's not a fucking salad. Come on, bro. Bad dog. Guest featuring Duke. Duke the dog. Eating a salad over the fucking fence over there. So I've been having kerfuffle with guests. I apologize for not posting episode this last Wednesday. I didn't even get a remix or do like a fucking revamp because I just got too busy. The whole 2 episodes a week has been trying for sure. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap, as they say. But yeah, it's been for those not watching, I'm out here in my unmowed backyard smoking a cigar. I haven't mowed this fucking thing in 2 weeks. So that'll be painstakingly obvious maybe not with the camera's angles. Maybe I angled it in the part of the yard that's barren. I guess we'll see. But yeah, we're here. We're live. We're not live. We're not even remotely live. This is probably as unlive as it gets, this environment here. But I have a fucking me smoking a cigar in the logo of the podcast, so I figured why not do an episode where I fucking do this. I got off work early. I started a new job where I'm cleaning houses for an undisclosed company. So yeah, that's what we're doing for my job. So that's been kind of taking a toll on everything that's going on with this podcast too. Is as work is picked up, because I'll be freaking honest. The most of the time that I've been doing this podcast, I've been working part time, and that's enabled me to do school and balance all this. Kind of everything part time deal. But thanks to Joe Biden and inflation and all that, not I feel bad for Joe Biden remotely, but I mean, that man is the scorn of the earth, forever at this point. I mean, if you still like that man at this point, God help you. I don't even believe in God, but God help you. God help you, man. I will say these solo cigar episodes, I bet, are terrible for the audio listener, because they have to just have these 5-10 second pauses in between each of my rambles for me to smoke a cigar. But yeah, we're here, we're live. I will say something that I've realized with this new job, because I clean these houses in the fucking West Des Moines, high-end Ankeny areas, where it's just these rich bitches. I mean, I'll just be frank. And I'm not casting everybody under the bus, or under the rug or whatever, there's chill people in that as well, but I mean, you see the standards of that these people have, and like the craziness that these people have, in terms of like just how unsettled they are with their life, that they're just like that they're nitpicking all these details. I'm sorry, this is kind of the neighbors like yelling at our kids, so I'm kind of like trying to ignore that and still do the podcast. Guys, I might pick the wrong time to do this. How far are we? Further than we usually are. Usually this is like the halfway mark for an episode. Yeah, I might have been doing this on the wrong night, guy. I mean, you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but I'm just seeing like the neighbors fucking looks like they're starting something. But like I will say, like, one of the things that's really sucked about this job. Okay, they're gone. But like these rich bitches, it's really just remarkable to see how they have lives. You know how they just live in these crazy big houses. I did a house today. It took me 4 hours to clean this motherfucker, and like that was with like I think like 2, 3, or 4 rooms like not taken care of at all, and it's just the amount of space that these people have, both like in their house and in the yard, and like for what, because they've done these heat map studies where they look at people in their houses and like where in the areas that they're concentrated and where they spend their time at, and it's like always like in a really small area. Like these people will have these mansion like houses, and they'll spend all this time fucking. I hope this lady doesn't think I'm like staring at her. I mean, I kind of am staring at her though, because I'm a fucking weirdo. But like also there's like nothing else going on in this. Anyways, this is the McAllister. This is what happens when I don't have a guest. This is just a random stream of consciousness. It's Molly's birthday this weekend. Go harass on Instagram. Go harass her on June 5th for me. Go tell her happy birthday. I would fucking love it. Seriously, if someone fucking does that, I will like give them $1 in Bitcoin or some shit. Like, I will, or regular money if you don't want Bitcoin. I can understand if you don't want Bitcoin. I don't really want it anymore either. That was a nest. But yeah, go harass her on June 5th. So anyways, that's why we don't really have a guest, like my co-host / assistant / podcast slave. No, I'm kidding. She doesn't like it when I say that. But like, I still think it's funny as fuck, so. But yeah, this is it. And, and this is really kind of a really shitty way to end. Not end, but like, I'm taking the little 2-week break after this because this podcast, holy fuck, it's taking up so much of my time. And like, it almost kind of sucks in a way because I wanted to like have it be like a quote unquote break. And I'm literally I don't know about the next weekend, but I know this weekend and next weekend for sure are just packed. Like, we just got fucking family shit and private events. It never fucking ends, man. Never fucking ends. Like, everyone always told me growing up like adulthood is hell, and I never really like understood that. I was like always like, okay, like, but like you're independent, you get to do everything. But like now, I mean, obviously, some people will understand, but like it's not about like being able to do stuff. It's about like the obligations, like. How many different fucking, and I think it's even worse after COVID. Because, a lot of the people that, I mean, maybe not so much, I don't know, it's probably pretty even, actually, between me and Molly's families, but everybody's kind of weary about COVID, so I feel like this year everybody's just kind of going all out, which is good. Like, I'm not even, like, saying that's a bad thing, but understandably, if you're a very busy person like I am, it can be very exhausting to like, have all this time off and then just spend it like surrounded by 20 other people they don't really know. Like, I mean, in the case of like being with but like even like with my family, like I know them, but I don't really know them. You know what I mean? Like, they're not listening to this podcast. They're not listening to my music. They're not, I mean, they might be watching my stuff on like my videos on YouTube, like the non-podcast ones, but that's it. I mean, and that's fine. Like, I'm not even like dissing that. But I mean, me and Doozy talked about this, or maybe was that Doozy, or did I just listen? I don't even fucking know, man. That's the problem. I do my own podcast. I listen to the podcast. The information is all just one big puddle at this point. Guys, this podcast is sponsored by Stutterbox. Stutterbox Productions. Yeah, they're fuck, I probably shouldn't be talking about that though. But I'm gonna be a field trip. I will be there. I will be present. You will find me. I will be doing shit. It'll be awesome. Yeah. But anyways, the podcast. This is what we're doing now. God damn it. And like that's honestly been the thing that I felt so shitty about, is like, because we're already taking a 2-week break, and I promise you after this 2-week break, I seriously, we're gonna have so many fucking episodes. Like I'm kind of like drowning in people like coming back and wanting to come on, getting to me and wanting to come on. So I promise, like, after this 2-week hiatus, like, I know this has been a dry week. I know I didn't put an episode out. I know I'm doing some stupid ass thing out here, podcasts and like outside podcasts with fucking bugs flying around, probably biting the fuck out of me. I got a fucking bug bite right there. Yeah, all that. Like one of the things that have been that have really like bothered me with this new job I have is like we clean these like homes with autistic people in them. My homies, my people. But like no, like, because I'm what they consider high functioning autistic, and these people are like very low functioning. They're like, I always make the joke like, hey, I'm about to go clean the house of the retards today. Because that's the thing, man. Like, you gotta make fun of your own people. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be that arrogant fuck who's like, I can make fun of everyone else besides this particular group that I happen to reside in. Like, nah, you got, oh wow, the light just changed. Like, no, like, you gotta be able to make fun of anything. If you're gonna be in a position like me where you have a podcast and you're gonna shit on people constantly, like, I have to be able to shit on my own people twice as bad. So clean these house of the retards. Motley fucking hates it when I say that too. I say, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go clean the house of the retards. So they just like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't say that. That's just like my fucking, that's the problem. It's just like, but okay, you know what? Before I get into that, I want to say something about the word retarded, okay? The thing that nobody points out about the word retarded. People who are retarded do not give a fuck if you say the word retarded. I guarantee you that there's not like a social justice warrior group of retards who are fucking getting pissed about this. I guarantee you. The only people that care are their fucking moms. And like the people who like have relatives. And like that's fine, but like I'm not talking about you, I'm not even talking about your relative. Like, that's the thing that like gets to me with this fucking, like, when people get all offended and butthurt, it's like, oh, how dare you? It's like, no, I'm making fun of everything. That's what I mow. That's what I do, Anyway, I'm cleaning the house of the retards. No, but like it was really bad. Like I do really and this is kind of getting like more, it's like my libertarian political shit a little bit, but like, that's why I really like hate these government programs, is that they don't actually help the people that they propone to help. I mean, yes, I mean, some are better than others. I will say, like, it really depends on the people who run them. But I mean, that's the problem with any form of government thing, though. Is like, well, I guess with anything. I guess I shouldn't just say government, because I mean the same applies in like libertarian, more libertarian anarchist type of society. It depends on the will of the people to an extent. Less so with the government thing, but a lot less so actually. Anyways, but like, I mean, in some of these cases, I mean, they're literally like, it seems like they're locked in a cage. I mean, sure that like, I'm sure the ones that are like higher functioning, I've seen them, they have like their game systems and shit, and like, I don't know. I feel bad for, because they're probably because they don't. I don't really know how it works, but I would be willing to bet that they're not sorting people based on like where they are in the spectrum. Like they probably don't have like a house of people who are like maybe a little below me, who are like, intelligent and like mostly what it is like social. Because that's what it is with all of them. Is like, it's not even that these individuals are like not bright. They just really, really severely lack social skills. And yeah, I mean, in that obviously the people who fall into that are like either, I'd say they're either like of a lower status, wow, that's fucked up. Not status, like a lower functioning level. Obviously than like someone like myself or whatever. Kind of more like the Rain Man stereotype, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there is like an aspect of it. So this one house, the last autistic house that I cleaned, so what you do is you go around and you like try to find the bathrooms. And the problem with these places is like, there are these like fucking, like, I don't know what demographic, but usually African women who, not U.S. born. Like, it's obvious that they have it. Like, they're immigrants, like first generation immigrants. But like, these women like don't speak English really. And like, I'm trying to like ask them, and because there are bathrooms that are behind locked doors I need to go clean. So I'm like, that's where I start. So I'm like, I'm trying to communicate. I'm like, hey, I need to like go into your like, I need to go into these people's bathrooms. And like when we come at like 9:00, they're like still sleeping and shit. But like we went to this one place and they were completely unprepared. And I go out and there's this woman just like bare naked, tits out, everything, just standing like, oh, I peed myself. And she said that she peed herself like 30 fucking times. And like I was cleaning the bathroom and she was just like sitting there like hovering over me like blah blah blah, like just acting out, just like, what are you doing? My job. Why? I don't know. What are you doing? I don't know. My job. Why? See, her voice and mine become synonymous because I telepathically communicate with them. Oh shit. But anyways, the retard. God, I'm going to hell. There's a hell I'm fucking going to it. Jesus Christ. He's like, dude, you're shitting your own people hardcore, man. The fuck is wrong with you? But also, I think that's like a thing about being autistic. It's like I don't have like I don't have a group. I never felt like I had. I think like you see that, like people like Elon Musk or, other autistically minded people. Quentin Tarantino is one off the top of my head just because I was listening to a podcast. Brian Stein, obviously. There's a lot. And the thing that's funny about Albert Einstein is like, you actually, like when I grew up, people actually told me like, yeah, he was retarded. know, but it's like, no, he was just, I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he was just severely autistic. But yeah, I mean, because that's the thing, there's so many autistic people that have really shaped the scope of the earth. But like it, you know, I think like with taking identities, it really kind of like if you were like think along the lines of like an autistic like identity type of thing, you could take that to the moon. You know, I mean, there's really a point where I mean any identity becomes, disadvantaged in some way, and you can just ride that like the equality thing to the moon and back. What are we at for? Okay, we're getting battery. See, I don't usually run this on a battery because I'm paranoid and shit. But yeah. I'm like a phony. Like Tony Soprano eating macaroni. I gotta get behind the booth, man. I gotta have some motherfucker record me for free. That's the problem. I don't want to spend the money on another album. I don't. Because, like, if I want to do it right, I know how much money I'm going to have to put down, how many hours it's going to take, and, with the beats and everything. And, like, I just don't have... My fucking Mac that I made all my beats on is obliterated. It's dead forever. And, like, my PC, I could do it on my PC, but I have no desire. That's my problem. I have no desire to fucking... to get in that mindset. This whole thing has been like doing a podcast has been way more thrilling than music. And like I feel like because I have such like a unique, not, I wouldn't say niche, but like in this community there are not very many, I talk about this all the time, there are not very many people doing what we're doing in terms of podcasting. So I think like cornering that market has really helped me like maneuver through the scene in various ways that like I wouldn't have been able to do if I had not, like if I just like stuck to like a whatever, being a musician or artist or whatever, and not shitting on those people, but like it's naturally more competitive. So I think like I've kind of like weaved my way in, and I'm not even like trying to suck my own dick that much. Suck my own dick. Fuck it, Ethan. I'm not even trying to do that much. I'm just trying to say that, because I mean, I'm me, I'm whatever. You can see my stats. But there's kind of a limitation of being like an Iowa podcast. But it's kind of, I don't know. It's also kind of the same, like a big fish in a small pond. I don't even know where the fuck I was going with this. My train of thought was gone. The fuck was I even talking about? This is why it's good to have a guest, because when I have these, people don't realize I have these moments all the fucking time. I always get in these like fights with Molly, where like she'll be talking and I'll just lose the conversation. I'll be off in my own head, and I'll try to land back, and then like I'll try to act like I've been listening. Which is like, it's not really a good idea because it's obvious that that's not the case. But I do it every time. I continue to do this every time. But we have this argument constantly, and I'm always like, but you have to understand, like, I do this like all the time. I do it with podcast guests. I do it with my family. Do it with you, everybody, and that doesn't help at all. Because really, all it does is it just shows how big of a piece of shit I am. How like. I don't even know if it's really like ADD anymore. It might just be pure narcissism. I don't know. It's possible. It could just be pure fucking narcissism. Goddamn, this cigar is hitting, slapping. Usually I could fucking, like last time I had a cigar, I fucking sucked it down, but goddamn. I know it reminds me of another thing I want to talk about. Like, I'm getting to the point now where I almost am like, I don't even know if I really enjoy smoking weed anymore. I don't know. I've really been kind of turned off to it the last couple months. I'm not even gonna lie. I still do it. But like today, I had one hit. I've had one hit since I've been home, and like that hit, like just knocked me the fuck out. Like, and like it's not even like weed. Like I'm probably gonna go to the dispensary tomorrow, Dispensary in Des Moines. Go check it out. It's off 4th and Court, ish 4th and Court area. I think it's by what is that fucking Fong's Pizza. It's right by Fong's Pizza. But like they have HHC there, and like it tastes like shit. But I think I'm honestly probably just gonna go get some of that and like just do like a thing where like I roll a joint like with that and just sprinkle like a little weed in it. Cause the potency, holy fuck. I mean, honestly, if it got legalized and it was a store, I would be able to like shift through that. But like, the problem with the black market is if it's illegal, you're not trying to get your money's worth. So people are gonna give you really potent shit, like the stuff that fucking slaps you. And like I was already kind of taking a tea break, you know, kind of transitioning between the HHC and marijuana, and like, because I honestly I'm at the point where I'm sick of like getting weed in a parking lot. Like I'm really kind of over it. Like I really would rather just go into a store and buy it legally. Like I don't want to fuck with all that. It's like I really hope to, like, if I continue, not if I, but like continuing to smoke marijuana, like I hope to just get bigger amounts and just do it. But then you always kind of get into the dilemma where you have more, you smoke more. That's where I always come from anyways. Anyways, but like, my point being, I don't know if it is a problem. I talk about this all the time. I talk about this like with people who are stoners and like they get kind of mad at me. No, I don't even know if they get mad at me. Like they might disagree with me. They're like, shit, yeah, I love weed. I fucking smoke all. But like, I really do think that there's like something to be said for the potency of it. It has, like, even in the 5-6 years I've smoked, I've noticed in that it's weird. The price has dropped and the potency has increased. Like, which, I mean, the price dropping is great, but like, I miss smoking a whole joint. I miss having an entire joint. I don't like just having a bowl. I'm trying not to say like as much because I edit my own videos. I do the subtitles. I see that I'm saying like all the time. I get comments that I'm saying like. I need to do like the fucking Chris Martinson, I think is it, the guy who does Modern Wisdom. He did this like shit, I just did it again. He did this training thing where he got rid of all of his like extra speech. Words like words like God fucking damn it. If you're still listening, watching at this point, you're a true fucking OG, man. That's all I gotta say. You fuck. I'll give you a month of the Patreon for free. No, I won't, but look, if I'm not giving any leeway to these guests that are trying to come on and I'm like bailing the day before, like I'm not gonna give you motherfuckers any leeway either, okay? We live in a capitalist society. Inflation is through the roof. I'm not cutting any corners, man. This is not a socialist society we live in. I'm sorry. I know you want it to be that way, but it's not. Yeah. Holy shit, we going for a half hour? I think this might be the longest solo episode I've done in a while. Because usually I just keep my 20 minutes. Because I don't. And going back to the marijuana, I think like there are areas in my life where I've just slowly been noticing like marijuana really inhibits it. And I think I shouldn't even say that marijuana inhibits it. Because I think it's like an age-old argument. I really hate when people fucking say that kind of shit. I think I think as you get to a point in life where you're more comfortable in your own skin, and you realize that you don't need, whatever it is, whether it's cigarettes, marijuana, alcohol, coffee, mushrooms, whatever, like coke, whatever. Like if you get to the point in your life where you realize you don't need that to function, then like doing that all the time seems less appealing naturally. And I don't think that, like, I don't think that appeals to the whole like gateway drug bullshit type of arguments that people always throw out. I really don't. I think it's just like a natural fucking part of it, Like Bill Burr was talking on his last podcast about like how like addiction is like phases, and I really do believe that. I don't like cigarettes, for instance. I think about like that, and I'm smoking a cigar right now, but like I think about the act of smoking cigarettes, and I do miss it. But it's kind of interesting because I've started this new job and working with people, and like I think everybody that gave me a ride my first training week smoked cigarettes, and they all had the same thing. They were constantly stressed. They were like, I'm gonna kill a motherfucker if I don't have a cigarette. And it flashed me back to like that point in my life where I was at, or like when I was like that in my life. And I was just like, fuck, I don't want to be back there. And he kind of realized like I'm not there anymore. And I was somebody who was convinced I was never going to quit smoking cigarettes. I was going to do it forever. I mean, and there probably are things that I will continue to do forever, like smoke pot. Like I don't know, maybe I'm more. I will say I'm more open to the idea of not smoking it than I was a year ago. But, Duke, stop eating the fucking salad, man. Come on, it's not a salad. It's fucking leaves and grass and shit. Okay. But I mean, it's possible to get past that hump. I guess is my point. It's possible to get past the hump. It's possible to find that you're okay with yourself. It really is. Like whatever the fuck you're going through, and I'm going through shit too, and I'm not sitting here trying to be like a fucking preacher. And I will say this to like about cigarettes, to the people who are constantly telling your friends and people that you see in the street to quit smoking, shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. As somebody who has not touched a cigarette in more than 2 years, shut the fuck up. You are not helping anybody. The only thing that you are doing is you are reminding them how big of a piece of shit that they are. For not that I'm saying that, but like in their mind, because every cigarette smoker has a program that they're a piece of shit for smoking cigarettes, and I don't think that's true. But when you say that, you're reinforcing that. I'm saying this as I'm holding a cigar in my hand, which I think is hilarious. This is actually the second one I've had this month, which is not. It's just kind of going over my quota. And this is what I'm saying. Like I'm the biggest fucking hypocrite of everyone. Like I'm sitting here like preaching, and I'm gonna go fucking inject heroin in a second. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. No, I actually wouldn't say that because I tried not ketamine. What was it? Fucking kratom. I tried kratom, and like I felt like I got like dizzy spells from it. And I didn't really like take a lot. I didn't like trip or anything like that, or like get really fucked up. I just like took like a little bit. And like it did like really calm me, I felt like, and like it gave me a sense of euphoria. But like I would just like when I would be on it, and I would just like say random shit that literally had like no I don't even remember what, like I can't even think of an example, but I would just like say like a random word in the middle of a conversation, and like with Molly or whatever, and it wouldn't make any sense. And like I just didn't like that. I didn't like that quick like slip out of control. So I don't think I would fuck with opiates. I don't think I would fuck with cocaine. I would maybe try it if it was legal, but I tried Focalin, or not tried. I had Focalin I was prescribed it for like attention symptoms or attentive symptom type of stuff. I didn't like it. It didn't do well in my stomach. Obviously Focalin is not the same as cocaine. I understand that, but they are in the same drug tree, so it's a good thing to but I would try ketamine in a controlled environment. If I did the whole therapist thing with like ketamine, because like I feel like that could be maybe a good way to work through trauma. If you were like, but I don't know, that shit's really overwhelming too. The Irish in me just wants to drink it away, or to use something. I don't know, but obviously that's the point of those kind of drugs, is to face it. I feel like I face a lot, but there's always things to face. There's always things that people have they don't want to talk about. That fucked them up, and I definitely have that myself. So I'm not about to tell you motherfuckers right now. Maybe a future episode. I don't know. Probably never though. I'll probably do like a Kurt Cobain and shoot myself. Then like I'll put the note in the flower pot with the pen, and I'll give it. But like, cause his pussy ass only did a page. I'll do like a fucking novel. I'll stay up for 3 days writing a novel, and then I'll shoot myself. God, I crack myself up. I don't know. This might be it. I feel like these ones are always... I always get like a core... I feel like I am developing a core base. We at the McAllister Towers are developing a core base. And it's nice. It's nice to see. Even if, if it's less than 10 or if it's 50, it doesn't even matter. The fact that... the fact that anybody... tells me, hey, I listened to that episode. Every time I hear that, I'm like, there's always the thought in my head, why? why do you listen to me? I'm an asshole. I'm a rambling narcissistic asshole with the microphone. But no, I mean, I think the ones that people watch are the ones that I interview people, and those are my strong suits, which is why I've kept these like solo episodes shorter. Because I know nobody watches the whole thing. Maybe some people do. Maybe if I hit Joe Rogan Level, people will be like, "Oh, look at those really niche episodes that the McAllister Hours did, where it was just him in his backyard smoking a cigar with his dog and doing a podcast like a fucking weirdo." Huh? Those are my favorite podcasts. My favorite Wes Anderson movie is Bottle Rocket. My favorite Quentin Tarantino was Jackie Brown. I don't know. In my opinion, those are like the worst movies by those directors. I just got done watching Bottle Rocket, and I was pretty disappointed. Because like I'd stopped watching it the first time, and then I tried to watch it. And then the second time I watched it in 3 parts. I did like 3 half-hour segments because I kept falling asleep. But like I was like, oh, and I will say it's still probably my favorite Owen Wilson role I've ever seen, because he's just fucking crazy hilarious in that. And like all the Wes Anderson beats and like things he was doing was there, but it just wasn't. He hadn't figured it out yet. The directors like Paul Thomas Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, that like seem to have picked up their style right at the get-go. And it's not to say that like if you don't figure that out at first that you're bad. I mean, I'm a fucking amateur movie, I've done a couple short films, but I'm really only doing fucking music videos right now. I do need to do a fucking... I'm too busy now. I would like to do a short film though. That would be tight. Another skit. But with Guerrilla Graphics or something. But they're always he's always so busy. I mean, it's good busy. It means that he's fucking... It's the busy that we do, Okay, I've been rambling way too long. I think we're just gonna fucking cut at this point. Stay tuned. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take a 2-week break here, but we will be back the following Wednesday with brand new episodes. It's gonna be blessed. So, and watch out, we got a lot of things coming down the pipeline. We got this break coming, and then we have episode after episode after episode after episode. Like, we're even gonna. I think we might even have like some live events coming, stuff like that. This ship is moving forward and really rolling. You motherfuckers are awesome. The people who keep tuning in, people who are watching stuff like this, you're the true fans. I love you. Keep fucking doing it. Go subscribe to the Patreon, you cheap cunts. All right, I'm just kidding. All right, peace, everybody. Have a good one.